Hello, everybody. Welcome to this short video about original research. There is a school of thought in the study of academic writing that argues that research papers should be written in a rigorously objective style. You may have heard English teachers tell you not to use first-person pronouns like I and me in research papers, to always speak in terms of facts rather than opinions, and to support every claim you make with evidence from reliable sources. There are many very good reasons why certain instructors and certain disciplines espouse this objective style, and mastering the ability to produce objective sounding text is an important skill for any writer. Objective sounding language tends to be more persuasive than more subjective styles of self expression. Facts are more reliable than opinions. And, as we've mentioned previously, any kind of inquiry is more relevant when it is founded in an awareness of what other writers and thinkers have already said about the topic. These are all strengths of the objective style of research paper writing. At the same time, it is also important to acknowledge three important limitations of this classical style of objective research paper writing. Number one, objectivity is never really as objective as it wants you to think it is. Objectivity is more of a rhetorical effect than an intellectual stance. A little verbal shuffling is all that is required to turn a subjective opinion, such as "I like to ride my bicycle," into a supposedly objective statement, such as "bicycle riding is enjoyed by certain individuals." Scratch the surface of any supposedly objective argument, and you'll usually find a writer who is busily disguising their own pet perspectives as established truth. Number two, AI programs are continually becoming more capable of generating objective prose based on recombinations of previously published content. A chatbot program on your phone can write an objective research paper on just about any topic in seconds, mixing around things that have been written by millions of other people into a new piece of writing. Some people might legitimately ask, if the chatbots can write these kinds of papers, why should humans bother doing it? Number three, the emphasis on objective writing, for all its good intentions, may sometimes have the effect of communicating the impression to students that their personal perspective is of limited value, and that it may even be undesirable in the context of a writing situation. The focus on objectivity may make student writers feel that successful writing is the result of repressing their own perspectives, whereas, as I have been repeating throughout this class, the exact opposite is actually the case. Not only is your personal perspective the golden key to unlocking your voice as a writer, but research itself is more productive, more authentic, and much more fun when it acknowledges the individual perspective of the researcher. None of which is to say that objectivity is bad and subjectivity is good. It just means that both of these styles of writing are valuable in their own way and in certain contexts. The research paper assignment that we're doing in this class is intended to give you a chance to combine both styles, using both objective analysis of published research relating to your topic, while also encouraging you to incorporate some element of original research that will contribute something to the discussion of your topic that no other researcher has ever said before, and that no AI program, with their lack of access to the biosocial substrate of human reality, could ever imagine. Of course, in one sense, anything you say about anything is original to some extent, even an objective summary, since any statement requires you to put words together into an arrangement that has probably never existed before. Indeed, a lot of original work involves sifting through what other writers have said and restructuring their observations into new arguments and interpretations. The research paper you're writing for this class will certainly involve some of this kind of library-based research. But the most important function of this kind of work is to provide a context for investigating your own ideas in your own reality. These investigations necessarily take you outside the library, and specifically outside the internet database world that AI chatbots inhabit. This outside is the human world. It's your native environment, and it's a place where you are the resident expert. Nobody knows your world like you do, and part of the job of any member of a human community is to share your truth, to contribute it to the world so that it can be part of the knowledge base of the human species. The more we know about each other, the more we know about ourselves, the more constructively we can engage with the world, and the more possible ways we have of thinking, feeling, and connecting. So part of this research paper assignment requires you to engage in some original research that uses some piece of your personal world to help you understand the research topic you're writing about. The kind of original research strategies you might consider incorporating exist on a continuum from more objective kinds of research to more subjective kinds of research. The strategy or mix of strategies you choose to incorporate into your research process will depend largely on the nature of your topic, as well as on your own personal relationship with your research topic. Collecting and analyzing original data. Numbers are all around us, and they can be as much fun to play with as words, and just as interpretable and as manipulable. Of course, whatever you're researching, the internet is likely full of macro data, statistical information about your topic, whether it's donut consumption, sea level rise, or keeping squirrels as pets. And this information is extremely useful to have. But for original research, consider what information you have available to you just lying around waiting to be turned into data. How do donut dimensions differ across several major brands? How many articles on the local news website mentioned sea level rise over the last 3 months? How much do you spend on your pet squirrel compared to your cat? Collecting and evaluating numerical information can provide useful insight into critical research questions, and it may be particularly interesting to compare your own data with equivalent data from official sources. Conduct a survey. One way of collecting data about any topic is to create a brief survey and conduct it either in person among your friends, family, and classmates, or through social media. It is important to acknowledge that these kinds of survey results are not scientific, but they can still reveal interesting insights into the way people think and feel about your research topic. Where do they fall in their opinions about controversial issues? Do they view your research topic favorably or unfavorably? To what degree are they well informed or misinformed about your research topic? The data you collect from conducting this kind of survey can help you understand the social context of your research topic and the way your research topic is perceived. Personal interview. Similar to a survey, but considerably more intimate, a personal interview involves speaking to one individual to examine their perspective about a topic. Such an interview can be conducted in person, over the phone or Zoom, or via email, and the interview subject can be anyone from an expert in the field you're researching, maybe an author of one of the research articles you've read, or someone who is personally or professionally involved with or affected by the topic you're researching, or even just some random person. Whoever they are, soliciting their opinions and observations about your research topic can enrich your discussion by folding new voices and perspectives into the conversation. As we've mentioned previously in this class, make sure to take notes on any interviews you conduct and to record direct quotations, either with a voice recorder or in writing. Original observations. Another strategy is to conduct an observational study of the world around you. If you are studying some aspect of human behavior, visit a public place and see if you can observe evidence of that behavior in action. If you are investigating a topic relating to social justice, take a walk in your neighborhood and observe it through the lens of your research topic. If you are considering a topic related to your profession or to academia, see if you can conduct observations at your workplace or on your campus that can provide you with opportunities to see how your research topic manifests itself in the world. Personal experiment. Be your own guinea pig. Are you researching fad diets? Try one out for a few days and take notes on how you feel. Are you researching the psychological effects of social media? Go on a social media diet and take notes on how you feel. Are you researching the life of Abraham Lincoln? Spend a day trying to make all your decisions based on your understanding of what Abraham Lincoln would do in that situation and take notes on how you feel. Obviously, these kinds of experiments have little scientific value, but they can be effective methodology for jump-starting original ways of thinking about your research topic. Artifact analysis. Identify an artifact related to your research topic. The artifact can be literally anything: a physical object, a geographical location, a photograph, a book. If you're researching UFOs, your artifact might be a little toy alien, or the backyard where you swear you saw a flying saucer, or a UFO photo from the internet, or a science fiction movie about visitors from outer space. The artifact is a cultural expression of how your research topic is represented in the world, and thinking closely about this artifact can be a way into your research topic. Use free writing or note-taking to read the artifact the way we were talking about reading the world when we did our cultural analysis essays. Analysis of personal experiences. Toward the bottom of this list, the items become more subjective, but good researchers know that there may be times when their own personal experiences can provide a valuable source of insight and deep wisdom. If you are writing about a topic that you have chosen because it is personally important to you, consider whether there are memories or associations from your past that make this topic particularly meaningful to you. Rather than trying to repress these personal connections in the interest of a false objectivity, The much more productive and meaningful approach is to consider your personal experiences as a critical source of information about your topic. Any personal connection you have with your research topic equips you with a background expertise that empowers you to articulate original insights that no one else can. Introspection, intuition, and impressions. Finally, the ultimate resource that any thinker has available to them is their own imagination. The ideas that come, or almost come, or fail to come in and out of consciousness as it does its miraculous work of sustaining the universe. The most subjective kind of research might also be the most important kind. The kind you do when you are sitting in a dark room with your eyes closed, half thinking, reflecting, intuiting, daydreaming. For all of its inscrutability, this unmappable territory is the heartland of any meaningful intellectual activity, the breadbasket of new ideas, new ways of thinking about old things, new interpretations, new theories. Your original ideas are in there, millions of them, waiting to revolutionize human reality and change the world. Challenge yourself to say whatever it is that you have to say that no one else can say, and make these new insights the centerpiece of all the other research that you do. Don't be afraid to say, my theory, my interpretation, my innovative solution. Fishing into yourself for these original contributions and using the power of writing to give them substance and rhetorical force is the most important kind of thinking that human beings can do. If you can do it in this research paper, you can do it throughout the rest of your life, enabling a future of continual creativity, invention, and discovery. Use the discussion board and talk with your professor to brainstorm other ideas for bringing your original insights and perspectives into your research paper. It is also important to think about how you can put your own original work into conversation with the work of other researchers, and about how to keep your subjective impressions grounded in this shared intersubjective context. Most importantly, challenge yourself to trust yourself, to believe in your own ideas, and to write your truth.